Next is SV1 of our paragraph, of our essay. First we have media. Well, that's a thick line, huh? It thrives on doom and gloom and other forms of impending misery. That will be our point. Next, we shall elaborate. We'll say that there is an incessant torrent of information. Incessant means it's continuous and somewhat irritating as well. Now, torrent means deluge, like a huge flood, or the word avalanche, which we used earlier in our introduction. It is nearly impossible. You have to stress on this, how it surrounds us all the time, and it's almost impossible for us to escape from it. To switch on our television sets, to open our web browsers, or just to use the internet, or to even use our social media, to scroll through Twitter, and we are assaulted, we are attacked with notifications of disasters. The media is very adept, which means they're very capable of transforming very transient, short-term problems into a global catastrophic risk of existential proportions. This is a big phrase. I'll explain this in class with you. Here we have terrorism, pandemics, from health scares to financial worries. We are besieged. Besieged means we are surrounded and attacked on all sides with terrifying news. If you think about it, right, it's actually due in part to 24-hour dedicated news channels, and those did not exist in the past. If they are 24 hours, if they're running all day long, they must try to find interesting news to make sure that viewers continue to watch them, and chances are they will try to sensationalize even small things to make things more interesting. Here's our example now, our evidence. We talk about Ebola. It was sort of a pandemic, which means it was limited. Is it truly limited? Yeah, it's primarily limited to the African continent, but the media made it sound as if it was going to be an epidemic, something that spreads around the world. Next, we have terrorists. They execute people. It's a terrible, terrible thing, but the constant media coverage about how terrorists behead people and kill them in all kinds of horrible ways, right? It makes us feel very unsettled. Next, we have Greece's financial problems. And of course, our favorite topic that the media always talk about is plane crashes, to the point where we sort of lose all sense of perspective. When we have a higher chance of dying in a car crash rather than a plane crash. This is our link. So thus sensationalism is perpetuated by the media. It contributes to elevated sense of anxiety that modern people feel. This is paragraph 1, or SV1.